Hey, welcome to a tutorial for today. Today I'm going to teach you how to do basic MoGraph text as well as setting up your render settings and what it should be set at and how to make your text look, how to make your text look kind of pretty damn decent. Okay, so first you want to start off, go render settings, then go to output. Now the output you want to set it at is depending on your screen resolution. Like say you want to make a desktop background and you need to know what your screen resolution is. Set it as the same thing, and if you don't know what it is, go down to the Start tab if you have Vista or Windows 7. Click in the search bar and type DXDIAG and click the little circle with the X through it. Now this should pop up, but if you have like a little secondary pop-up that says like install something or synchronize something, hit no just to skip it and go to display, and this right here, current display mode, that's what you want to look at, and that's what you want to this number right here is what you want to set your render settings as. Mine's 1920 by 1080. So that's what I set my render settings at every time I work on this program. Same with Photoshop. So you set that up. Leave the rest of this unless you're making an intro or something like that. Then that's when you want to mess with the frames, but that's for a different day. So then after that, go to Effect and hit Ambient Occlusion. And then exit out of the screen. So for MoText, it's really easy. You either go like this, MoText, and then type whatever you want, like tut or your name or something. Oh my god, fail. Tut. And go over here, pick a font that you want. We'll fucking this one, why not? Tut. Alright. And that's how you get that, and when you render it out, that's what it looks like. Doesn't look too impressive, it's very plain. No color, nothing, but it does look three-dimensional, which is good, which is what you want for this fucking program. So let's increase the depth, which is about how far back like the letters look. See, they got a lot longer. The higher you do your depth, the longer the text looks. The height is pretty much the font size. See, when you mess with it, when you mess with the height, down gets smaller, up gets bigger. Horizontal spacing, that's how spread out your letters are. Fuck. Okay. Vertical spacing is if like you have like a word and then you hit shift or just enter, and then like tutorial, like another word, and then this fucks with your vertical spacing, like how distant they are from each other, but we don't need to fuck with that right now. So yeah, I can go back down to 0. Alright. So now, the easy way you can do this is highlight your MoText, Control C, Control V, and you make a copy of it. Then go to caps. Then when it says start right here, go here, hit the tab, fill it cap, fill it cap. So it looks, it's kind of fat. Now, click that, hold shift, go back just a little bit, like 1 or 2 like snaps. I usually go 2. So there, you have that now. Now your text has a little bit of a border to it, a little bit more, kind of more lively. So now let's add some color to it. I'm gonna do fucking bright colors. I've been really into bright colors lately. What I do color, and then I do specular color to make it even more solid, make it look more bright, and gives it more definition. Then reflection, is really good to have. You always want to have like some kind of reflection, some kind of lighting effect or something like that, especially when you use global illumination, which I'm going to show you in this tutorial. So either drag and drop it on your text, or you drag and drop it on the MoText tab that you want it on. So let's render that out. See, now it looks very green. Now we're going to give it a border color for the outside that we made earlier. I'm going to do fucking cyan, light blue. Why not? Specular color, light blue again. Reflection, same. I always do it on Fresnel. In case you were wondering what that is, it kind of makes it more shiny, and if you hit multiply, it still holds that nice color to it, and it doesn't make it extremely bright, but it gives it a really good shine to the text too. So let's render that. Actually, it's looking better now. Okay, so now what you should do, or what I do, I usually just get a plane, I rotate it 90 degrees, hold shift and click the red line like right here. After you click the rotate tool, hold shift, click until you see that number hit 90, and then let go. Then drag it or whatever to your text, stretch it out with these little squares, scoot it back. There you go. Now your word, your font has a background to it, and it even has its own little shadow. And this is only on ambient occlusion. It's not even on global illumination, which makes it look a lot nicer. Now for your plane, you want to have it a different color for in case you like want to take your text into Photoshop and you want to cut it out. This is what I do. I give it a gray or darker color, because I usually use bright colors for things I make. And actually, you don't want to use a reflection. And if you do, make sure it's kind of light. I find that the fucking reflection like looks kind of dumb in Photoshop, but you know, it's up to your taste, I guess. It's up to what you're looking for, but I usually skip it. So now I have a nice gray text. And I will show you how to import it into Photoshop too in this tutorial. So there you go. There's your font, there's your background. Now we're going to add a little bit more to this, make it a little bit better. So where you went to click your ambient occlusion, go down again, click global illumination, and then exit. Okay, so when you render it out now, you can't see shit because you need a light now to your scene in order for you to see your text, because you need light with global illumination. You have to have light in order to see what your text looks like. So there you go. Go here, either click this button at the top or just drag and drop and click light, and then you'll get your light. So drag it out. Drag it out to the front, side, whatever the fuck. Just make sure that your text is illuminated. Okay, I'll drag it out. There. Okay, so let's render it out now. Now see, you can see the outline of your text now. The little dots is the light particles coming off of the light tool that you just added. And now it's rendering up everything. This might take a little while, depending on what kind of a computer or what kind of a process you have. And it actually looks a little crisper, smoother, shinier. Now let's see what it looks like with the reflection, just as an example, and we'll lower it. Lower the reflection. You don't want a really bright reflection on your background. So let's render that out one more time. See? Right here, that's your reflection from the plane. And you can see how long it's going to take down here, how long the render is going to take down here in this blue bar. When the blue bar fills up, that means you're good. You slightly see the reflection, and it's not too overpowering. Actually looks nice. Looks pretty decent. So there, that's how you get your text. Now if you're happy with what you have, go to this tab right here, drag and drop it down, render to picture viewer. It'll render it out in this little window. And then, hold on, I need to take a drink. Alright. It'll render it out in this little picture. And once it is done rendering, come on, hurry up. Well, once it's done rendering, you can go File, Save As, and save it as whatever you want. So we'll wait for this to render out. And then I'll show you how to put this into Photoshop and what I do to cut it out. Goes. So I'm gonna open up Photoshop right now. Goes. There's your font. Looks pretty nice. So once it's done, oh god. Okay, it's done. File, save as. Hit OK. And type whatever for it so you don't lose it. Tut. And then I'm just gonna minimize that. So here, file new, same thing. Ratio of your screen resolution by pixels, and name it whatever. It's fucking tut. There we go. It's been that the whole goddamn video. Why change it now? So there we go. There's that, that, because I like being able to edit my background layer. Now, go File, Open, and wherever you saved your picture at, go into that folder or the place where you saved it and grab it, open it, and there you go. You see it on Photoshop. Now, double click the layer like I did and then hit OK. Now, zoom in a little bit. Now what I do, it works most of the time, and I think it's actually a lot faster, but then you can, if it doesn't get exactly what you want, if it doesn't get like everything out, you have to go in and fuck with it. And I just don't like using the quick select tool that much. So where you want to go to cut it out, go to your magic wand tool, and it depends on what you like to use. I like to use the magic wand tool more than the quick selection tool. But the quick selection tool actually is a lot more accurate. It just takes more time. I'm just doing this as an example. Anyway, so you pretty much highlight the areas that you want to cut out, which is the background from it. And then hit delete. And yeah, that pretty much came out alright. Missed a little spot right there, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. Oh, Jesus. Okay, maybe I am going to worry about it a little bit. Delete. Okay, fuck it. Okay, right click, deselect, zoom out. There's your text, all cut out from the background and everything. Now all you gotta do now, drag it up to the tab where your new project is, and boom. You have it on a new project as a layer, as a layer from Cinema 4D. So now, with this, do whatever you want to it. You could add an outer glow to it. Red. Increase the size, you know. It's really up to you. I usually leave the text alone, and if I do anything to allow it inner shadow and kind of increase the size of it a little bit, just to make it kind of dark around the edges. But yeah, that's pretty much it.